Last time on Astronautica.
Our heroes began the daunting task of assuming their positions aboard the Daedalus station, facing mountains of paperwork, a haunted R&D facility, and in the case of Oka, some weed. I mean, she literally just started getting high immediately. You know, hey, she knows what she likes. Credit where credit's due. But now, how are our heroes going to unravel the mystery of the space station? And what is the connection of the little girl to the murders? Well, you best stick around, because you're going to find out right here and now on Astronautica.
What do you do?
I'm gonna quietly look around.
You do so. Are you looking where she was?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to do a sweep of the room, I guess. Where she was, starting with where she was and kind of rotating outward.
Cool.
Security sweep.
There's no sign of the girl.
Okay.
You make your way around the room. It's full of old computers, beeping and hissing and booping. There's nothing, though. It's empty.
Everything's empty.
Everything's empty.
Is there any data on the computer? There's computers. Is there any data on them at all?
Do a data spider check for me, please.
Data spider. I just have to do a standard wits check then?
Oh, do you not have any points in data spider?
Do not have any points in data spider.
That's right. I think data spider is one of the trained ones, isn't it?
It is, yes. Yeah. It's below the dashed line.
So you actually, you don't know. There are computers, they're running an older, these are not like your standard flashy, UX, UI friendly tablets. These are older computers. They are terminals that are running code. And they are highly inscrutable to you. There's one thing that you're able to pick out across all of the ones you look at. There's an error that coincides with the time that the girl screamed at you. So there's an error message across all of them.
Okay.
And they've just gone back to running code. You don't know what they're doing, though.
What does the error message say?
It says, system error 29919-A.
I'm going to resist the urge to punch the computers that I can't do anything with.
You resist that urge.
Because I know that Oka would probably be mad at me. Because she could probably figure out what's going on in here. And I'm going to leave, I guess.
Okay.
And go back to the security office where I'm supposed to be.
As you step out of the door, you bump into someone. It's the captain. He has obviously been drinking. He is. He's wild-eyed. And he says, "That area is off limits."
I just wanted to see what was going on. Seems weird.
dangerous stuff in there, lass. Dangerous stuff.
What kind of dangerous stuff?
He looks at you and gives you a piercing look. And he says, I think you already know.
What's her name?
I don't know.
But you know she's in there.
I've seen her myself.
Where have you seen her?
In that room. And in my dreams. She haunts me. You've seen the ghost. That means you're marked for doom, lass. I'm sorry.
Wait. What do you mean by that?
He takes a swig from his bottle. You'll see. He walks away.
What the fuck?
All right. So.
Yeah, I'm just gonna continue back to the security office because I went there originally because I saw something, right? Or was
You
not allowed
you
there?
were you were making the rounds. You were making the rounds, and the door was ajar.
That's right.
You head back to security. You enter the room. Josie is sitting there, typing away at her computer. There's monitors flicking up, and she's just sort of cycling through them lazily. She looks at you. Oh, hey. Had a fun time out there?
Yeah. Anything weird happen? At I don't know. What? 10, 15 minutes ago? Computers wig out or anything?
No.
Okay.
No, everything's been fine here.
Cool.
Boring as usual, you know?
I don't know yet, but I'm sure I'll come to it soon.
Oh, yeah. Nothing interesting ever happens here. You know, I mean, apart from all the other stuff, but...
Apart from all the, other stuff.
Yeah. Well.
Sure.
Anyway, if you see anyone near the space lock, I guess get them away from there, but...
Okay.
So, what's your deal?
What do you mean?
Well, you're wearing a jacket that's made out of a reinforced material. You've got fun punching gloves. I mean, there's security and then there's, security? So what's your deal?
You ever live on the streets? Back on Earth?
No.
You ever live on Earth?
Yeah, lived on Earth. Never lived in the streets, though.
Just imagine what it would be like. Tell me if you'd want some gloves that can punch through somebody.
Fair enough. Well, if you've done your round for the night, I mean, it's gonna take a while. Nothing's gonna happen, so, I don't know, do whatever you want.
It's just the two of us chilling out up here all night?
Yeah, basically.
Awesome. Bonding time.
Yeah, fantastic. Love bonding. Yeah. She takes a sip of coffee.
Is there another computer to sit in front of?
No, there isn't, and there's also not another chair.
I'll just go sit on the floor in the corner.
Okay.
Just... I don't know.
You do so. You do so.
Lounge.
Okay. You do so. I'm going to cut back to Kyler. Oka, you are sitting at the bar with Sasha and Nate, and Galliar is there. He's just informed you that you should probably go talk to his brother, who works in the R&D department.
Could we get his name one more time?
His name is Dalian.
Excellent. Dalian. Okay, and you wouldn't happen to know where Dalian would be at this hour?
Well, he's a bit of a night owl, so I imagine he's probably up in R&D doing something.
Night owl
R&D
stuff.
related.
Yes,
He always tends to do his best work at night times.
Oh, okay.
Hmm.
Yeah, I imagine he looks just like you.
That's slightly offensive, but yes.
Oh, no,
we are
I mean,
quite
as
similar.
in you're related. I didn't. Oh, no. No. Unless genetics work differently, and where that might be offensive too. Then you know what?
I would
clearly
say we
ignorant.
are incredibly visually distinct, but you will know him when you see him.
Okay. Oh boy, I whisper in Kyler's ear, oh geez, God, I think I really fucked up that one, didn't I?
I can hear you. It's
Oh.
fine.
Oh, I'm.
Round of shots, and Kyler just like
Yeah.
buys a round of shots.
Sure. Let's see. Okay, Galliar pours a round of shots for everyone in the bar. That's you. That's that's the two of you. It's Sasha, Nate, and then the two extraterrestrials in the corner. And he sends them over. Oh, look at that. Good boy. And the large pangolin alien delicately picks up the shot and takes it and manages to not break the glass and sets it back down. And then nods at you.
That's growth. And I strum a chord on the ukulele.
He frowns.
We'll get there, but Oka, we didn't. How are you? The robots, they haven't eaten you too much, right? I'm not
The
like.
robots, no, they have not.
Okay. So yeah, we're sound of body and mind. This Dalian is awake, and now we're good and ready. Nate's with us, right?
Yes.
And Sasha, right?
Yes. Sasha's woken back up.
All right, we have to. I feel like let's go see Dalian. Night out is canceled. I think we did this under the guise of a night out. It's canceled, children. I'm sorry.
Wait, wasn't Night Owl one of a television series you used to do? Where you played an owl, an actual owl, who was a detective.
It was going to be the thing that brought NBC back from the brink. It ended up tanking the entire conglomerate, so
Yes,
I
I
feel
remember
very bad.
It was simultaneously too much of a kid's show and too violent for kids. Look,
Night
Night
Owl was
Owl,
taped in
we
front of a
found a
live
pool of
studio.
blood.
I know, right? It was great work.
Thank you. I extensively studied at the Museum of Extinct Birds for the role.
Yes, but I digress. But where are we doing?
All right, so you cancel Night Out. Sasha kind of looks at you and goes, okay.
I mean, you
guess.
can stay if you want, but I gotta go. I should go. Okay, do you want to come?
Yeah, I'll come. Sasha, you know what? just come.
Sasha's like, I'm good here. I still have my whole drink. I haven't. It's fine. It's fine.
You sure? I can make sure to lobby for a raise for you if you want.
Are you saying if I come with you guys, you'll lobby for a raise for me?
Yeah, sure. Why not? Fuck it.
Right, fine.
It sounds
What?
reasonable.
Yeah.
He pounds his drink very quickly and gets up. Yeah. Nate has not touched either beverage, and just goes, "Oh, yeah, sure, let's go. That's fine." And gets up and is sort of starts leading the way back, and then freezes and goes, I guess you're, I don't know. I'm not really sure of the chain of command here. I mean, I'm technically first Nate, but you're the Walrus Team 7, so I don't really know who should be. Why don't you, Kylo, you go. He just sort of like backs away and just motions you towards the door.
This requires our special training. Yes.
Oh, I almost forgot about Walrus Team 7.
Walruses?
Walrus.
Well, I don't know. Is the problem. Walruses, move out, and I'll start moving.
You do so. You head back through the corridors. Nate is with you, and he guides you to R&D without any trouble. And he, there are no further incidences. You arrive at R&D. You can actually see there's a light on inside, and you can hear some sort of mechanical noises.
This place is supposed to be shut down, isn't it?
You're in the new R&D, not the old R&D.
Oh, he's working at the new joint. Got it.
Yeah, he's in the new joint.
And do we see? I suppose I'll peek inside.
Okay. Are you trying to be surreptitious, or are you just like poking your head in?
I'm gonna be a little surreptitious, I think, at least.
All right. Give me a little infiltration roll, please.
All right.
Dun dun dun.
I have +0 to infiltration. Okay, so that means 4 all day, baby. That is 1 success. I'll try to push it.
Hell yeah.
I'm rolling 3 out of 4. Let's do this. That is still 1 success. 3 success would be great. 1 success all day.
Yeah, 3 success would be great. Hang on 1 second. Gotta get me a stack of darkness ready. There we go.
Darkness.
Another darkness for
Here
me.
it goes.
The pile is growing.
Oh, I thought we barely used any last
Growing,
time.
growing,
Shit.
Where it stops, no one knowing.
You poke your head in, and you see a tall, mottled gray, pallid Jacani who looks fucking identical to the other one. Like he looks
Amazing.
exactly the same. Like if you didn't know, you would think they were the same one. He also has a set of mechanical arms. His are a little bit newer, a little bit nicer. They look like they have a little bit more, the hands, as opposed to 5 fingers, they actually have like 12 fingers, and they're very, very delicate. And as you peek your head in, you can see the room is lit with a sort of bluish light. And in the center, at a work desk, there's a small machine that looks to be it looks like a tiny wormhole. Like it looks like a very small wormhole. And it has that same sort of light on the edge and then darkness in the middle. And it's set up horizontally as opposed to vertically. And as you watch, you see him pick up an apple with one of his mechanical arms and hold it over and drop it in. And there's a sort of sizzling sound, and just like a pile of mush comes out the bottom. And he goes, and then mutters to himself in Jacani, and then starts tweaking a couple more things, and then picks up another. There's like a pile of apples in the corner, and he just like picks up another one, lifts it, and drops it. And again, there's this sort of sound, like a sizzle squish, and then just like a pile of like deformed apple mush comes out the bottom.
Oh boy. Is this applesauce?
He's making an applesauce machine? This is where our money's going to.
Yeah, I know. Wow. I didn't know they like applesauce. I don't know. I feel like that's another ignorant statement. I really, really need to brush up on my Chicani, like, information and the
What-
culture.
And they just don't teach you enough about it in school, right?
They
It's
really
all so
don't. They really
Earth-oriented.
don't. The American educational system, even in the future, so I'm told from people in the past, that it's still terrible.
It's weird. They had a
I
whole
like how you're
chapter-
referring to your present as the future.
I know it's the future. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I said what I said. Says, oh, God. Yeah.
There's a whole chapter about how, like, the government shifted its House of Representatives to Twitter, and it was all just done through this thing called Twitter, and then...
Yeah, I know. It's so strange.
Then they found out that actually all of the representatives were bots.
It's canon.
It's a dark day for America.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah,
All right, let's go-
the U.S. representative Candy 69420 has the floor, and it's just, hey baby, looking for a good time.
Oh,
Check out my
my.
OnlyFans.
Yeah, some weird laws are passed.
All right, I'm going to, yeah, let's just step in and talk to this fool. Dalian?
As you step in, and say his name, you actually startle him, and he jerks, and one of his robot hands dips into the wormhole, and he goes, and it passes straight through, and then comes back out the other side. He sort of pulls it out and quickly switches off the machine and says, "Hello. You're new. Can I help you with something? Who are you?"
We are the new team. We're the new team. I don't think we have any R&D replacements, so you're good, my man. But, I'm one of the new admin folks. This is our new head of engineering, Okasani. My name's Kyler.
Hello.
You probably already knew that.
Why would I know that?
Okay, well, I'm just gonna breeze past that one, that little sting. What are you working on over there, Dalian?
Oh, it just a little experiment, you know? Just trying to do the R&D part of the job. You know, you say that there isn't someone new in your team. I guess the person who was sent here is not affiliated with you?
Someone was sent here before us? Someone
Yeah,
preceded
who's
us?
that?
Yes. Young woman, mechanical arm, short hair, glasses, human. She said her name was Nimble.
Oh.
No, she is a consultant.
I see.
Yes, a
Well,
Sort of
consultant.
third party type deal, but she's very good at what she does.
Yes, she has been quite helpful. I fixed up her arm, we did a bit of chatting, sent her on her way. She said she had to go to the kitchen, I think. To eat, I assume. I don't know. I didn't really ask. But, yes. So, what can I do for you? Is this a social visit, or are you just stopping by? Meeting and greeting, as the humans say?
So let me. Wormhole midnight success, Sarah. And I just try to read his face as I say those words.
I'm sorry, are you having a stroke? Are you well? What's happening?
Yeah, I hope you're not having a stroke. I don't have insurance here.
Sorry, just a little malfunction in my programming.
Are you an AI? My goodness, you're the most lifelike one I've ever seen. He starts coming over and just like poking and prodding you, Kyler. Like he's grabbing your
thank
cheeks.
you.
He's like, his mechanical
You
hands
may
are like
not.
pulling your eyelids down.
That okay. Thank you. Yes. That probably put about 2 years on my face, so thank you for that. And he like tries to
Where is
like,
your charging
stretch, like-
port?
I'm not. Was a silly joke. I'm sorry. I'm human.
Oh. He looks very
slightly more than.
You think he's disappointed. His face doesn't really change, but he just immediately stops touching you and walks away.
Oh, shit. I probably should have ran with that. Do you know why the derelict ship is trying to kill people?
Trying to what now?
Kill people. Kill people. Murder.
The ship is trying to kill people. How?
Usually through like little tiny robot spiders and these. And I pull out one of the big, like robo arm that I was able to shear off.
Just out of your pocket. Just...
Does that?
Out of my fanny pack, yeah.
Interesting. Did they try to kill you? Did they do physical harm to you?
Well, no, but they could have. Like, they were dismantling a golf cart while we were inside of it, and then these, and I guess have also been lugging around one of the busted spider bots that I picked up. Because it's in my inventory.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
know where
it
I'm
is.
fitting all this shit, I'm not gonna lie.
I think you could fit the spider bot in the fanny pack. I think you've just been holding the severed arm this whole time, which also makes all of the bits in the bar that much funnier.
You just like set it down, leaning against the bar, like someone with a guitar case or something.
Yes. I love that.
Strumming
that's
the
exactly-
ukulele
okay.
with the dismembered robot arm. Yeah, he takes the spider bots and quickly begins to his mechanical hands. You see the fingers sort of open and reconfigure into tools, and he just really quickly opens it up and begins to like fix it. And he goes, "Oh, interesting. Yes, I see this has received some amount of damage, but it's definitely fixable. There we are, back online." And the spider kind of comes back to life and begins scuttling around the desk. And he says, "These have been a nuisance, yes, but not physically harmful. You see, the ship is being slowly dismantled, and something in the programming has gone awry. We haven't been able to figure out what yet. And every now and then they just start trying to eat it on the inside, as it were. There are routine scheduled dismantlings, and somehow, well, they just keep missing their target, I suppose, as it were. No one's quite sure why, though."
Missing their target? That's what we're calling it?
Oh, well, I suppose you could call it whatever you'd like. I honestly can't begin to care what sort of colloquialisms you might use to describe it.
As head of admin, and I like sort of like bop the table, I'm like, as head of admin, I call it an enormous liability to Crocker Industries.
Agreed.
Oh, yes, absolutely. But also, this whole ship is due for destruction, so...
Yes, but if the Croc Man hears about people getting injured and having to pay, because you know how trillionaires don't like to pay extra money for anything they don't have to, you know, your job is in jeopardy. I don't know why I'm sounding like someone from the 1930s, but your job is in jeopardy.
Those are not part of my responsibility. I'm just here for R&D. That's more of a maintenance issue. And he looks at you, Oka.
Oh, yes, I suppose it would be. my issue being the head of engineering.
Interesting that they promoted an outsider over you, Sasha. Sasha just sort of grumbles and shrugs. Says, it's all right. She's fine. Give me some weed.
And he'll take over
And
as soon as I'm
raise.
done here. This is just for me, this is just to make sure everything's running smoothly, and then I'll be on my way.
So, you have come to... what? Make sure everything's running smoothly? On
Yes, do a little cleanup, if you will. I've heard some things maybe going down with the equipment and, like you said, the maintenance and some other suspicious things that I need to check as a specialist.
What sort of
engine-
suspicious things?
You know, well, you just talked about the
murder bots?
the murder bots. Yes, correct. That's a whole thing, and murders perhaps. I've heard that down the line.
No.
Gossip.
No.
No, I mean I've heard it. It's been rumored. I heard it at a bar. It was crazy. I was like, "Oh, these people have died." I said, "What?" I was like, "I would need to make sure that it's not an engineering issue because then they'll shut down that whole department. It would be wild. It'd be strange."
Murders, you say?
Malfunctions, I think, is what they said, but it was really loud.
Yeah,
and we were
sometimes
drunk.
I like to embellish a bit. This is true.
Are you referring to the deaths?
Well, you said it, not me.
Tragedies, yes. Interesting to have so many people afflicted with the same sort of madness, but I don't really understand how you humans conduct yourselves, to be honest. It's never really been my forte. But I see no reason that you would think of them as murders.
Is there something in the Coriolis system akin to insight?
Empathy.
It's just a straight up empathy roll?
Yup.
That makes sense. Okay.
Yeah, roll empathy.
Woohoo! That is 2 successes.
Nice.
I'm not going to push it because I already pushed, but...
Okay.
And hold on, just real quick. The thing about light points, because I always double check,
So light
is
points.
that they bump an additional success.
Yeah, they have other uses as well, but that's basically how we've been using them. Is that they turn it into a critical success if you would like.
That I'm gonna burn my first of 2 light points. Bang,
Okay,
bang.
you use a light point and you gain a critical success. So, with a critical success, Again, they are highly alien, very difficult to read, but you get a sense that while he is certainly intrigued by what you're saying, he's not particularly interested. He is obviously preoccupied and is not particularly... He doesn't really...
He's not too concerned with them.
He's not too concerned. However, with a critical success, you also notice something else. The moment Oka said murder, Sasha stiffened and his face set.
Okay. Interesting. Kyler is going to, clock that and not do too much about it just yet, but definitely clocking that.
Mm-hmm.
I want to know just a little bit more. This wormhole that you're working on over there, that is what it appears to be. Am I correct in thinking that non-organic material can't pass through it? Or organic material can't, but non-organic can?
Very astute. Well, I didn't expect someone from admin to be so versed in science. Yes, there's an issue with the wormholes in which unprotected organic material cannot properly pass through them. It's something that we've been struggling with for some time, and, well, none of us are any closer, but I have certain aspirations, you might say.
And I guess I don't know what this would be. How remarkable is it to just see this tiny wormhole in a box? Like, is this something that... Like,
That is
oh,
not.
yeah,
It is not common. These are highly expensive, highly specialized pieces of equipment, and I'm going to have you roll a not a data spider check. I'm going to have you roll a technology roll.
Cool. I've got at least 1 point in tech. Oof-a-doof. All right, I'm gonna push. That is 1 success all day.
1 success. All right. With 1 success, in looking at this piece of equipment, this wormhole, yes, it is unusual to see something. They're also not normally this small. They tend to be more grand scale. You've never seen one this small before. You also note the design is slightly different from the ones that you've seen.
Oh. Dalian, this is A, remarkable, but B, it looks a little different from how I expect normal wormholes to look outside of the scale. What are we working with here? From one science-minded person to another.
Roll manipulation, please.
All right, dog. Do I want to push that? I've pushed so much already. It is 2 successes as of right now.
Okay.
And yeah, I'll stay there. I could push, but I've already got us so much darkness. Gotta save some for the others.
So, with 2 successes, you, he gives you a look, and you can tell, based on your previous empathy roll, I'm not going to make you re-roll, that he's guarding some information. He's not, he doesn't seem willing to tell you everything. And he says, oh, yes, this is a piece of legacy equipment. It's an older design. It's not quite as new as the design's been updated, but we work with what we have.
Yeah. Just scraping on by. I remember that in my younger engineering days. We just, duct tape and glue a lot of those ships. I'm sure after I got done with those ships, a lot of people may have died, actually, now that I think about it. Duct tape and glue is not conducive to a harsh environment like space, but here we are.
You made it this far. That's huge.
I did. I'm surprised that no one sued me or anything. It's incredible, actually. It's quite an achievement. You hear that, Sasha? Duct tape and glue.
Huh. Yeah.
You've been
Duct
there.
tape and glue.
He's been roughing it and tumbling. Yep. My protege, so to speak. He has a lot to learn. I slap him on the back of the... a lot to learn, this guy.
Yeah.
I also would like to slap Sasha on the back like, oh, don't we all? And I'm actually going to activate my cicada drone, and I want to sort of
nice.
crawl onto his shoulder under his collar.
All right, you do so. I'm going to have it roll for its own stealth, but it is very small and very stealthy, so... Yup. Okay. Yeah, it does so. It just...
Fuck.
You activate
really
it, and it
nervous.
just
Fuck yeah.
springs to life and just scuttles on up into his collar. Okay. Yeah, you do so. It's up under his collar now, so it's safe. Dalian looks at all of you and says, well, this has been delightful. If there's anything I can help you with, let me know. Tell me, One final thing.
I'll tell you one final thing. We'll do a trade for trade. How's that? Because I'm just curious. This old design, is it from the old ship itself?
Oh. No. It's mine, actually.
So it's of your own sort of contriving that you've made this up?
No, not mine. It belongs to my family.
Well, that's cool. How did they come across... How does a family come across a wormhole in this economy?
In this economy?
Well, since you've asked, what you would say, my grandfather is the one who invented the wormholes in the first place.
No kidding.
I don't know why I would joke about that.
No. Never mind.
Oh, okay. Yes. Indeed, very informative. Is that better?
Yes. Thank you. Tell me, those words you said in that sort of sleeper agent activation way, what did those words mean?
They were from some papers that I found while rifling through admin that were written in Jacani.
Were they? Do you happen to have them?
I think some of it should be in the belly of that little thing there, and I point to the spider drone, and
He grabs the spider drone and picks it up, and its legs are just flailing. And he rubs its spine, like along the back of its spine, and its legs just sort of go limp. And he flips it over and opens it up and begins sort of going through it, and then pulls out a tiny scrap of paper.
Oh, that's cool.
And he says, Worm MS dot. Daucht. I don't know. Is this a word you understand? Oh, it's not in... Right. Never mind.
Daucht?
Oh. I think it must mean daughter. May I see that?
Yeah, here. For you.
He lays them out. They obviously go together. There's a piece missing in the middle. And he nods. Kyler, make another empathy roll. I'm going to give you a +2 because you had a critical success last time.
That is 3 successes.
Fuck yeah!
Yeah, there we go. You see something flash across his eyes when he looks at the paper. A sort of recognition, you think. He nods and hands the piece back to you and says, well, I certainly don't know what that means, but it is interesting.
Well, thank you for your efforts in this matter, and I will be certain that the quarterly report is tip-top and in good light of you.
Oh, well, thank you. I do what I can. Oh, by the way, if you ever have a chance, you should go and visit the bar toward the center of the ship. It's run by my brother. He's an interesting fellow, but he does love humans, so... Though I wouldn't drink any special drink he gives you. I would stick to the human liquors.
Why is that?
Oh, well, it could kill you.
Oh, okay, great. Will do. All right, toodaloo. You have a great night.
Thank you.
Be safe.
You too. He goes back to work. You take your leave. As you exit, Sasha goes, I gotta go to sleep. I'll see you in the morning. And he just leaves. He just walks off.
All right, good night, guy. See you in the morning.
And you have a great one. We will do night out again soon, I promise. And I do turn to Oka as soon as, like, I think he's out of earshot, and I say very quietly, like, he got really fucking weird when you said the word murder. Like,
Nate leans in and goes, I noticed that too.
oh, shit. Nate.
Oh, okay. Wow, I didn't pick that up at all.
Sorry, did you forget I was here?
Yes.
Yeah. People do that a lot.
Yes, nothing personal. Just...
No, it's just that I have a very meek and uninteresting presence. I get it. It's okay.
Okay, long as you're saying it, not us. All right, so yeah,
Nate sheds a single tear.
oh no. Anyway, so you guys thought he was weird?
Nate, you are a lion who thinks it is a mouse. Embrace your roar. Let me hear you roar, Nate.
What, like right now?
Right now, give me a good roar, Nate.
I love everything about this.
That... Okay.
We'll work on it.
We all start somewhere. Few notes.
Mm-hmm.
Diaphragm, darling. Diaphragm. And I guess just note. One note. Because volume. 2 notes. There we go. We got there.
Okay. I'll work on it.
But okay, you didn't notice him getting all sorts of cagey?
No, now that you mention it, I guess it was just not paying that close attention to him. It's so hard to not take your eyes to take your eyes off of an alien, you know.
Especially one so tall.
So tall, yeah. But I take your word for it, you know. So
Well,
what should we do about that? I guess we have to investigate.
So, wait. Do you think that the people's deaths were murders?
No, silly. No, listen, we were like half joke. It's like hazing, you know? We're like giving him the old ribbalding, that old dallion, you know? So he's a little spooked, that's all.
Oh. Yeah, sure. I get it, I think. I don't, actually, but I trust you. I trust you.
Yeah, just trust us. Just trust us, buddy.
Okay.
So I guess I'll check my little drone real quick. Is Sasha heading back to his room like he said, or is he diverting?
So, you switch on the drone. You have a little arm monitor, and you watch. And you're... the cicada is up under the collar, so you basically are only getting, like, sort of the sound of just cloth rubbing and, like, little flashes of light. But you can control the cicada remotely.
Okay. I will have just like its head peek out from under the collar, just like shift just a little bit.
Okay. It pokes its head out of the collar, and you're seeing it's in the back. You know, you put it on his back, so it's facing
Right.
away. He's walking down a hallway, and he stops, and after a moment, you can hear him sobbing, and then he sort of pulls himself back together. And then goes into engineering, and into his room.
Okay. So Sasha did go to his room. We could... Do you want to meet up with Hazel? I feel like we have a lot that we could tell her. Like, there's no way her night's been crazier than our crazy night.
Oh, man.
Kyler, as you're saying this, the light flicks on in the room. And you're now inside his bunk room. The camera is now inside his bunk room. He takes off his shirt and like throws it into a corner, and the cicada kind of flies with it.
Especially now that it's not on his person, I'll have it sort of like scrooch out from under the collar, like try to like scuttle to. Is there like a desk or a table or something?
Or
even better, like a vent.
There is a vent.
I'll have it sort of like scuttle up and into the like folds of the vent.
Okay, I'm gonna have it roll for a separate. Oh yeah. Okay. Damn, this little guy's rolling really well. It scuttles up silently into the vent, and I assume you position it facing down.
Yeah, to sort of get a look at what's going on.
He's sitting in his bed, and he lights up a joint and smokes it and pulls out from under his mattress a bottle of whiskey, and he takes a big old hit of it. And then he reaches he goes over to a panel in the wall and sort of pulls out a couple of the screws. Like he just like pops them right out, like as if they're not actually screwed into anything.
Sure.
And he lifts up the panel and pulls out a tablet. It's small, looks like a personal tablet, something that you might have on your arm. And he hooks up a set of like headphones to it, puts them on, and presses a button, and you see a woman talking, sort of in selfie mode, just talking. She's going about her day-to-day stuff. It seems like she's in the engineering bay. You can actually see him in the background of this video, working on something. And as she's talking, you see him look up in the video, look up and over at her, and then just go back to work.
And I relay all this to Oka. I think even we're just watching on like both on my little monitor. I pull Nate in with us and to see all of that, the look, the hidden video log in the wall, everything.
Okay. Nate squints his eyes and says, "Oh, that's Salome. She was the engineer, the old engineer."
Oh, Salome. Yeah, no, I remember him speaking about her. I think they used to be an item, I believe.
Oh, really?
No kidding.
I think so.
The plot thickens.
Huh. Weird, I didn't know that.
Oh. This was a undisclosed relationship. Quick question, actually, Nate.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know Crocker's policy on coworker relations? Is there some sort of like
Genuinely frowned upon. There's a set of procedures, but normally in situations like this, they tend to allow relationships, but it usually has to be interdepartmental, just so that there's no conflict in the specific workplaces.
Hmm.
So that might be why I don't know about it, now that I think about it.
Interesting.
We should, I think, go find Hazel, because there's just no way her night has been this crazy, right?
No way. No possible way. I agree. Let's find her. And Nate, I guess you can tag along?
Oh, thanks. I'm just happy to be included.
Okay. Don't ruin it.
I'll try not to. You make your way to security. The door opens, and you see two people definitely not bonding. Josie is sitting, looking at the camera screens, and honestly just playing a game of, like, solitaire on one of the computers. And then in the corner, not even in a chair, just on the floor, is Hazel.
Yeah, I'm probably just like cleaning my nails with a knife or something, you know.
Hazel!
there. Oh, thank
Hey.
fucking God. I get up.
The
Hi.
team
What's up?
inter-admin department meeting on your briefing on your first few hours here, private time out here.
Just gonna watch him kind of stumble and yeah, I'm gonna go with them for a minute.
Okay.
I'll be back. Don't have a aneurysm right here with all the excitement.
I'll try not to.
I'll just go over and point out a thing in her solitaire game and,
Oh,
you got this.
oh, thanks.
For
It's the
bonding.
magic of bonding. Yeah, you are a little bit more bonded to her than you were before.
I'm so excited for these two people who are very much clearly
Right.
not interested in bonding.
To bond.
To
We're
bond.
gonna put them in some wacky situations.
Sorry.
Yeah.
excited.
All right. You step outside. The door closes.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've had a pretty crazy night. There were papers, and then night out with the gang, and then we got attacked by more spider bots, and they ate all the papers that were written in Jacani, by the way. And it was all that was left was like this little weird phrase about a wormhole midnight success, Sarah. And we went to the bar, and then it turns out the bartender's twin brother works in R&D, and then I don't know if they're twins actually. But his name is Dalian, and we went to the new R&D building, and there he had a little wormhole that made applesauce and told us about the paper and translated something. They mentioned like a daughter even, and then he got real weird.
Yeah,
and then
very
Sasha got
strange.
weird when
Very
Oka
strange fellow.
mentioned that we're in the murders.
What?
Wait.
The Sasha thing.
Wait.
Hmm?
Do you guys think these are murders?
Murder.
No.
Is that a yes?
Doom.
I mean, you don't think it's weird that a bunch of people are just like walking out of the airlocks?
Yeah, it's strange.
One of them being an AI.
I mean, I hadn't thought about it, but I just assumed that everyone was super depressed because they were working here.
I mean, it does seem kind of not great, but most people don't just walk out of the airlock for fun. It's not a really fun way to die.
Walking out of the airlock for fun and profit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, your cells implode. Like you're on like a literal molecular level. You explode.
Oh,
You vaporize. It's not good.
well, I mean, that sounds pretty bad.
Yeah.
So, it's murder then. These are murders?
Nate,
Yeah.
you are in the most decisive moment of your life. You have been selected by Crocker Industries for this very special training program. If you accept this mission, you will be off the grid, you will be off the chain, you will have found your lion's roar.
What? Are you telling me I can be in Walrus Team 7?
Yeah, and if you tell anyone about what we're doing, I'm gonna punch you.
She will. It hurts a lot.
Oh, I don't like being punched, and also I was honestly more excited just to be included in the Walrus team, and now I'm a little bit stressed.
No, don't usually be stressed. I don't really like punching people. Like, you're what, like 15, 12?
I'm 17.
Yeah. So you're yeah, well, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. You're good.
Okay, so they're murders, but we're not talking about them? Is that what I'm getting here?
Yeah, it's very strange.
We don't know if they're murders. There's strange things happening, and in my experience, strange things happening don't usually just happen. Right? Like,
Right.
yeah. There's usually something there that causes the strange thing.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense.
So we're just curious for ourselves because it seems strange and we're the curious type to figure out what's going on.
But there are strange things happening, but how is your night gone?
Well, it's been weird, but I want to rewind to something real quick. You said daughter.
Yeah, Dalian, as he was translating from Chicani to English, said that he found the word daughter, and then he got, like, really weird about it.
Weird how?
Just sort of quiet, and, sort of put an end-ish to the
Yeah.
conversation.
Well, so if you think your night was weird, on my rounds I decided to check out the old R&D building because it was open instead of sealed. And there was a girl in there, and she was creepy because when she screamed at me, all the lights turned out, a computer code jumped up on the computers. The computers were, like, just speaking in weird gibberish, by the way. There was no actual, like, interface, and I don't
Oh, that's weird. You might have us beat.
know what that means, but there was an error code, and it was, error code 29919-A. I don't know what that means.
Is this the same system error? Hold on. Decommissioning tries to hack the panel. Kyler saw an error code when the golf cart was being decommissioned, no?
Correct.
This sounds pretty familiar. Is this the same error code?
It is not the same error code.
I'm like scrolling feverishly through my notes, like, where is it? I remember talking about it. Did I write it down?
Yeah, I don't. It is not the same error code.
Okay, cool. I got really nervous for a
Right.
sec. I was like, shit. Okay.
Anyone that's dealt with a computer blue screening.
Also, yes. Well,
I've not Googled a lot of error codes in my lifetime. No.
I'm really pretty. I love code. I can eat code for breakfast. Should we go look again and see? Like, I might be able to figure out what that
I'm
error
gonna say
is.
no
Oh.
for right now because when I left, I ran into the drunk captain.
Oh God, he's drunk again.
Yeah,
God.
he's drunk. He's actively drinking as he's wandering around the boat too.
Oh
So-
my God, I forgot to get him his sandwich. Oh no, oh no, oh no, I forgot to get him his sandwich. Oh.
I'm sorry, buddy.
Oh, you really did it, Nate. Oh, you really did it. Oh.
Nate. I'm gonna like grab him by the shoulders and just try to do the anxiety calm kind of like hand thing. It's okay if it makes you feel any better. He did not seem perturbed about the sandwich at all. Didn't even mention it.
That's good. I should get...
Instead, he told me I was doomed.
Oh, well, that sounds like the captain being drunk, yeah.
I was marked for doom, was his exact words. The little girl that screamed and turned all the electronics off and on again and then disappeared and vanished into the aether? He's also apparently seen her in his dreams. Mm-hmm. Creepy. Weird. Do you know anything about that one, Nate?
Has he ever talked about this? Yeah.
Does he have a daughter?
No, I don't think so. He's... Alright. Okay. You're part of Walrus Team 7.
Yes.
Cards on table. Yeah. He's talked about her, a couple times. Other people mentioned her too.
Who?
Well, you should...
If you say everyone who's walked through the airlock, I swear to gods. It was everyone who's walked through the airlock, isn't it?
Nate! Well, no. Well, I don't know. I didn't ask everyone, but I know the cook, Dan, was talking to the then head chef, Richard, and Richard mentioned something about a girl, and then he died, and I'm pretty sure a couple other people might have talked about her too and then died also.
Okay.
So the captain and everyone who's gone through the airlock have talked about her. Has anyone else talked about her, Nate?
No. Well...
Have you seen her?
Oh, no, I don't go in there.
Well, it sounds like people can see her outside of old R&D. If the captain is seeing her in his dreams.
Yeah, that...
Nate, you sounded like you had a well or a butt in there.
Well, not everyone believes that she's real, which is one of the reasons why I haven't talked to you about it, because, you know, I didn't want you to think that I was dumb.
It's okay. I mean, she did vanish, so, like, physicality is kind of questionable, right? I like poke him. Flesh and blood things don't just vanish.
Ow.
They go somewhere.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean to actually hurt you.
It's okay.
Just to kind of pat him.
So, do you think that she's connected to the people going out the airlocks?
At this point, it seems like there might be some sort of connection, at least with something, right? Like, things like there's the robots that are doing weird things, right? Those are weird. And we've got people walking out of airlocks, which is problematic, to say the least. So there's something's going on. Maybe too early to draw any conclusions, though.
I am going to just so I've said it, have my cicada bot scurry through, like, take one last look at Sasha before it scurries through the vents and posts up by the airlock.
Okay. It posts up by the airlock.
Yeah, Sasha was still sitting on his bed before it turned and left.
Yeah, he was sitting on his bed watching those VODs.
Gotcha. Cool.
Creepy.
All right, the cicada is in place. It's monitoring the airlock.
I guess I should clarify. There is only one airlock, right?
In this area, yes, there is one airlock.
And they have all walked out of the same airlock.
Yes.
Cool. Just need to get that on the record.
Yep. Okay, so what do we do?
Oh boy. Should we check the airlock?
That there could be something that yields. Yeah, I would say that. And then I do want to try to go to old R&D at some point. Like if I can figure out what that code stuff was. But I'm down. Let's check out the airlock.
That'd be great. Okay, so run it by me one more time. So people who talk about her end up coming out of the airlock, right?
People who saw her, I think.
Saw
Well,
her.
I
and
don't know if everyone who saw her went out, but I know that Richard did mention her.
So we're on borrowed time then, if that's what I'm hearing.
It sure feels that way.
We've been talking about her all night.
Yeah.
So maybe we should get someone to see her and then like track
Well,
them and
I mean,
see.
Hi, I have.
Oh yes, right.
She,
well, we
she
can
talks
just.
to me, right?
She
spoke to
she
me.
said one word.
Fuck.
She said daddy.
Yeah.
In a question, not in
boy.
like a daddy kind of
Yeah.
way.
Yeah. Thanks for the clarification.
She was like, daddy?
So if I had to guess, you're probably gonna walk out that airlock soon.
Oh. I remember what time it happened at. It was exactly midnight.
Yeah, it was.
That
Yeah, sorry, I'm
that
reading my notes.
explains this, and I have the piece of paper that we've been passing back and forth. Wormhole midnight success, Sarah.
Yeah, that definitely explains it. But for someone who doesn't understand, could you maybe explain it to me or them? Not me.
So I think we need to find. I don't know who we have to find yet still, but I'm willing to bet, just looking at all of these pieces, that I think this girl might still be alive.
You think so?
I think, and I have no scientific basis for this outside of some ancient, I think they used to call them DVDs? Anyway, when I was 13 for my birthday, I was gifted one of these ancient antiques and watched this little thing called Event Horizon. It's wild. People had no idea what the future was going to be like, and it is so clear. But it's really funny. But people who go through... Listen, I think that they put her through a fucking wormhole, and she's, like, trapped in some weird in-between, or, like, her soul was ripped from her body because of it, and here
What
she
did you
is.
say? So you said that, what's his name? The R&D guy.
Dalian, yeah.
That he was working on a wormhole.
He had a tiny applesauce wormhole, yes.
And organic matter couldn't go through it properly.
Not unprotected, he said, yes.
And did you ask him how he knew it had to be protected?
I just figured it was something that had already been... Because we went through a wormhole, didn't we?
We had to get here.
Yes, but this one's smaller. Like, much smaller, right?
It was very tiny. And it was some sort of old, ancient design.
Imagine the smaller, the more unstable. Huh?
But yeah, it was some sort of ancient grandfather design or something.
And he got weird when you talked about a daughter.
He got weird when he translated the word and thought about it for a sec, yeah.
So, you know me, one to jump to conclusions all the time, but what if he sent this girl through the wormhole?
I mean, I don't think you're wrong. I think, yeah, like,
And she came out applesauce.
Oh, that's interesting. That doesn't explain people walking through the.
No,
through the
but it
airlocks.
might explain why there's an old R&D and a new R&D.
do you think we should go to the old R&D and look for
I don't want to go
evidence
back
of that?
there. Yeah, we probably should go back.
It's past midnight. She's not going to be there now, right?
Sure,
That's how this works.
let's go with that.
Do you have any more of those drones?
I just have the
Are those
one.
bots?
I should have asked for more. You're right, but
Oh.
it was
We definitely need to. I'm sorry, Hazel, but we should definitely have you tracked.
Oh, okay. I mean, sure.
Just in case you fall asleep and, you wake up in an airlock.
That's I mean, I'm not the one being tracked, so I can't say, but I would want to be tracked in this situation.
I mean, this seems reasonable.
We can have it alert us and we can stop you, maybe. Well, we can figure that out as we go.
Okay. And for right now, I have my little friend watching the airlock, so if we see anyone... Question, is there a hallway that leads to the airlock, like a singular hallway?
Yes.
I'm gonna have it point down that hallway, so that way it can, like, ping me whenever someone starts moving towards the airlock.
Absolutely. All right. Yeah. It is set up and set to alert you.
Cool.
All right. Where do y'all go?
Old R&D?
R&D?
We were going to the old R&D, right?
Yeah.
Correcto mundo.
You make your way to the old R&D. You find the door open as you'd left it, I believe, Hazel. You slip inside. You're greeted by the faint humming of old computers, strange beeps and whirs and clicks. A fine layer of dust lingers over things. What would you like to do?
I would, having seen and loosely recognized some of the technology being used to generate that smaller black hole, wormhole, rather, I'd like to look for any signs of something that looks functionally or aesthetically like that.
Sure. You take your time. You make your way back toward the back section. It gets messier back there. It looks like things have been knocked over. It's in real disrepair. And you're looking around, and you don't find a full piece. But you find a piece of a ring and a small crystal that you recognize as an energy crystal, the kind that are used to power the ship, power the wormholes, the kind you wicked to
Scrub the security feed.
scrub the security footage.
Oh, and if I remember correctly, what was her name? Josie was saying that there was no security footage of the people walking at the airlocks. Right?
I will correct you.
Oh.
There is security footage of everyone except for the first one.
Oh, okay.
So, Kyler, you find a piece of a ring.
Okay. I show it to the gang. I say, well, we have ourselves at least some evidence to support what you're suggesting. Hazel, I think you might be onto this.
Yeah?
I show the ring. The crystal is no longer functional. It is just like a shard, correct?
Yeah, it is cracked.
Hmm.
And once cracked, they lose their capacity to properly resonate.
Got it. Okay. I will stow both in my fanny pack, and if no one has anything that they immediately want to look at, I will go take a look at one of those terminals.
Sure.
Go for it. I'll go with you.
I'm gonna try to not look too scared and go look at where I saw the girl.
Absolutely. You do so.
Actually, I'll go with Hazel. I want to see this.
Cool.
This potential girl.
You head around that bend. There's nothing there. There's nothing. It's just a corner, basically.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Well,
Nothing at all.
she was here before she disappeared.
Kyler, I would like you to make a data spider roll for me, please.
All right. Give me 1 second. I need to see how much I have for data spider. Yeah, that's not too shabby. Okay. Oh, not ideal. I'm gonna push because that was 0 successes.
Okay.
And I have 7 of these, so come on, baby. Okay, well, fine. All right, you 3, come on. That's more like it. That's 2 successes.
All right. You look at the terminal, and it's actually one that you've used something similar before, back in your youth as a scrapper. You know, you were always finding things and making them work. This is a code that you're familiar with. So the system error, you get into the system, you know, using DOS commands, BIOS, blah, blah, blah. And you pull up a list of errors. And you scroll through, and you find the error, and it is an electrical surge. So it's a system reset caused by an electrical surge. You also find the other error code.
So that first error code was the one that I encountered, right?
Yes.
Okay.
When you were dealing with the terminal.
So the electrical one was from the terminal.
So the electrical one was from the girl screen.
Okay.
The other one, which you had encountered in dealing with the ship's controls, shows a user error.
We have 2 error codes thus far out of 3, or possibly more that we've encountered.
I've only seen 2 error codes that I remember.
There's only 2 error codes.
Yeah.
There's the one that you encountered while you were dealing with the spider bots, and there's this one here in this room.
Cool. That's what I thought. Okay. I don't know why I thought that this was a second one I just had forgotten. Okay, cool. I want to dig into both of these. I'll call Hazel and Oka over. Like, hey, check it out. I found some stuff, and I have everything pulled up. And I say, hey, Nate, could you just keep a quick lookout for us at the front door?
Yeah, absolutely.
Don't go
Got
outside,
this.
but just like stay by it and put your head out it.
Yeah, try not to go outside.
Okay. He does so. He goes and posts up.
Cool. I don't know if Nate is trying to kill us, but there was a user error with the decommissioning room. I don't know if that's what it is. Look, and I point, and I'm like, when the robot arms tried to kill and eat us, there was some sort of user error that sparked that, and then this one here, Hazel, the one that you saw with the ghost girl, it's some sort of electrical surge that made a system reset.
What time did your user error thing happen? Can you check timestamps?
I sure do try.
No. So you had pulled up a list of error, sort of like a dictionary of error codes. So you don't have the timestamps.
Okay.
These terminals aren't connected to the main, like AI system. They're sort of separate and on there. These are older, but you recognised the error code.
Are they repeating? Like, do I see these 2 error codes a lot?
So again, it's essentially a database of error codes. It's not a database. It's not it's not a diagnostic.
Yeah.
It's just a database of error codes that you were able to parse for information. So you know there was a user error in the room where you were attacked by the spider bots and arms. And you know that there was an electrical surge in this room where you're at currently.
Well.
Fuck. Okay, so...
What do, Captain?
God, that's a good question. I don't... Fuck.
Why don't we try summoning this thing? Why don't we just get in the nitty gritty? Let's see what happens.
You want to do a seance?
Sure, why not? Or I mean, it might be more science based, but like let's just
seance?
try to-
A seance.
a science based. Yes. But seriously, as great as that is, we should. Why not? Let's get in the nitty gritty of this thing. Let's fucking work this thing out. Why wait around?
Because fucking ghosts are weird, man.
They are weird, but the only way we know, the best evidence is to see it with our eyes. You know.
What if we
can
just
diagnose the
see what happens with me tonight?
Sure. Yes. Let's do that.
And
Let's
maybe
do
gather
that.
some
Fine.
evidence
Let's do
before we
that.
summon the thing that is apparently marking people for doom.
Yeah. That's true.
Go check on Nate and maybe keep an eye on him if we think he's trying to kill us. Did anyone else use panels in that room?
I mean, only I was able to hack one of the arms or one of the panels to get control of one of the arms, but that was only after they had.
Did you fuck it up at all?
They were already attacking us. So, I mean,
Yeah, you hacked into the terminal, and it basically was registering as a user error.
got it. That's what I thought might
Yeah.
be happening. Okay.
Yeah. It is not, the user error was not a result of your hacking.
Okay.
It was a pre-existing thing.
So yes, I think it's fishy. You know, like I don't think it's definite. It could be incompetence. I mean, look at him. Is he standing by the door?
Yeah, he's standing by the door. He's looking out the door really hard.
Great. Perfect. So he
100% commitment. He is staring out that door.
Oka, do you know where someone might be able to run diagnostics for the ship? Was that something you saw?
I think I could figure it out. I mean, I'm housed near where I need to be, so I haven't really checked out the schematics yet. But let's just fucking tinker around in that thing. Let's get on up in that thing.
Get all on up in that thing. Yes.
Let's check it out, I guess.
Unless Hazel, do you want to go to bed and see if the ghost comes for you?
Do we have a tracker? Have you tracked her yet?
I can pull my little
Essentially-
cicada off of tracker duty if we can't find another one.
That'd probably be great, because we don't want to wake up and then Hazel's dead, you know?
That's true.
It's like, oh, I guess it worked.
Well, isn't the cicada, you said you set it up to track the airlock and let you know if anything happened, right? Is there more than one, is there like a choke point in the hallways where we could get advance notice of someone going to the airlock so we could get there faster? If that makes sense.
Probably not.
Okay.
The hallways are circuitous and labyrinthine.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, I put it as far away from the airlock as I could to give us advance notice, but it turned some corners pretty quick. Maybe
Well-
Josie has something. Maybe you can finagle something out of Josie, like security and all that, you know?
I don't think she'd lend me anything just yet. We're not really close going to bars and shit like that.
Alright, so do we want to keep fishing for information, or do we want to, like, we can all, like, sleep in a common area or something if we want to keep an eye out on Hazel, or we can all go our separate ways? Okay.
Up to you guys.
Okay, do you want to try running a diagnostic?
I could try it. Yeah, why not?
I say we get all the information we can before we turn in.
Why not? That sounds like a foolproof plan to me. What could
And-
possibly go wrong?
I do have a... right, though, right? Did all of the airlock deaths occur around the same time? Do we have times?
Yes, they did.
Was it midnight every time?
They all happened at midnight, right?
Well, so you haven't actually checked out the timestamps. You know they happened basically 1 month apart from each other.
Sure, okay, but yeah, we didn't have specific times. I mean, if anything's gonna have logs of that or error codes, I feel like engineering, yeah?
I'm willing to bet it's been wiped.
Ooh, true. Is this a Scooby-Doo let's split up gang moment?
Sure, let's split up, because I worked for Scooby-Doo all the time. I mean, I guess they kind of did. I guess in other movies then.
Yeah, they all caught the bad guy.
Yeah, Scooby-Doo was a terrible comparison. So yeah, let's do it. Based on how Scooby-Doo handles things, we'll be fine.
Yeah, let's split up.
Yeah.
Divide and conquer. I'll be fine. I'll go back into security, see if I can look through those tapes.
All right. So you all break. Okay. Oka.
That'll be me.
As you enter engineering, you see standing in front of you Sasha. He has a look in his eyes, a sort of quiet desperation, bordering on panic. And he looks at you and he says, "We need to talk.
Oh, yeah, sure. I'm always down to talk.
We can't do it here."
Okay. That's not shady at all, Sash. Let's do it wherever you want. How about that? I'm easy.
He grabs
He
grabs a spacesuit and tosses it to you.
What? No!
Oh, I would prefer it to be inside, but
He
Fuck it, let's do it.
shakes his head.
okay, cool. Let's talk.
He points at there's a large screen that has the schematics of the station on it. And there's a small blinking red dot. And he says, "So, boss, I noticed that there was a problem outside. Some piece of trash seems to be stuck on the hull of the ship. It somehow got through the lasers. Don't know how. We have to go and fix it."
Oh, yes, of course, because we hate littering and space debris. I'm so mad. We need to fix it immediately.
He nods and begins putting on his spacesuit.
Oh, okay. You're just gonna go ahead and put that on right now in front of me. Okay, cool. I'll
He's
do
not
the
getting
same.
naked and putting it on. He's putting it on
Oh.
over his clothes.
Okay.
You don't go free ball under a spacesuit.
Yeah, no, you don't.
This is the future. We don't know how they're doing it.
Yeah, we don't know how to do it. It's like, oh, wait, maybe it's a skin tight suit. Just like, hey, you gotta take off them clothes. Okay, cool.
Yeah, he puts it on. It's a little bit older. It goes on over his jumpsuit.
All right. It's a little bulky, or
Yeah, it's a little bit
We
bulky.
did-
Not like crazy bulky. You can still still have fine maneuverability.
okay. I say, oh wow, this is old school. I put it on.
You do so.
All right.
He leads you down a series of corridors through the engineering area and to the airlock.
And I say, hey Sasha, I just gotta say this. I think you seem like a good guy. Just in case if you're gonna kill me, like, make it quick and like don't.
He puts, as you start to say, like, if you're gonna kill me, make it quick. He just like puts his hand over your mouth and he's like, "Shh,
Oh yeah, right. I'm bad at
I'm not
shutting up.
I'm not going.
Okay.
You have to trust me."
Oh yeah, sure.
But
But like seriously though, like if you just like go,
I'm not gonna kill you. I'm not gonna kill you.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
There's someone on board this ship. We have to go. Come on now. He
Okay. Yeah, for sure.
He heads into the airlock and proceeds to attach his tethers with a great deal of security. He checks the oxygen tank, puts it in his. He hands you a full one and allows you to put it in yours. He pressurizes his suit, closes the airlock, and turns to you and he says, "Okay, are you ready?
Yeah, man, I was fucking born ready. Let's do this.
You should pressurize your suit."
Yeah. How do I do that? I mean, just kidding. But no, seriously, like.
You pressurize your suit, and He opens
Great.
the airlock, and suddenly you float off the ground.
Oh shit, this is fucking wild, man.
He uses a little bit of his oxygen to propel himself forward out into the opening of space. And beckons you to follow.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Oh my god, I really wish I were high right now, man. Oh god. Alright, yeah, I'll do it.
You follow him.
I get a little, I would imagine, is this my first spacewalk? I'm getting a little dizzy because
Yeah.
just like the direction and
There's
shit.
no
Yeah, okay.
there's no up, there's no down.
Yeah.
Your center of gravity is, you're tethered, so you have something that feels
Right.
like down, but it's
Right.
still wildly disorienting.
I was like, oh jeez, this is a lot, Sash. I hope this is worth it, because I might puke in here, and I don't know how it's gonna feel. Yeah, oh god.
He turns to you, and through the intercom on the suit, he says, "Someone on board the ship is killing people.
Yeah, no shit, man.
I don't know who it is, but I learned a couple things,
Okay,
and I need to tell you."
go for it, man. I'm all ears.
He opens his mouth to speak, and then suddenly both of you get an error message flashing on the inside monitors of your helmets.
Oh boy.
Oh no.
And you turn and look to see two things. First, the tethers have come undone. Second, the door is closing.
Oh no. Well, this seems like it's taken a turn for the worse. Surprise, surprise. How is Oka gonna get out of this? Will Kyler and Hazel be able to help her? Or is she just gonna, die in space? Find out next time on Astronautica.
Hey everybody, Matt here, your friendly neighborhood GM. I just wanted to take a moment and thank you all so much for listening to our podcast. We have a ton of fun making it, and I hope you have as much fun listening to it because it's great. If you like our show and want to support us, please check us out on Patreon, where for as little as $1, you can help us keep this going. Also, I just wanted to take a moment to thank my wonderful players, Ian Mutiner, Benjamin Timothy Jenkins, and Lauren Alice Dinney. They are wonderful and they ruin all my plans, and I literally could not do this without them, so I am eternally grateful. I also wanted to take a moment to thank Shersty Jorgensen, who designed our awesome logo, and also to thank Harrison Campion, who is my musical partner in crime. Anytime you hear a sick bass lick, that's Harrison. He's pretty great, and he's far more talented than I am, so I'm happy to have him around. I also want to take a moment just to thank my wife, Angie Feek, for all of her love and support, and for her continued input in the story. She's already made it so much better, and I'm super grateful. And finally, thank you to EJ Schumacher and Lauren Pratt, our first two ever Patreon supporters. We're so grateful. Seriously, there's a lot of cool stuff. Get in on that. There's unedited shows where you can see how much we don't know what we're doing. You get all of the music from the shows. So if you just want to like listen to some sci-fi ambient stuff, there will be one-shots that we run, and it might not be me. It could be Ian or Ben or Lauren, any of us doing this. So there's a lot of really great content for you to check out. Go over to our Patreon, check it out. And finally, thank you all.